Hey everyone, Connie here. And this is a topic I really wanted to kind of avoid making a video on. It wasn't really something that I wanted to get into, you know? And that's the topic of the entire COPPA thing going on with YouTube right now. For those who somehow don't know, what it basically is that the FTC is putting regulations on YouTube and shit. Um, and basically, if your content appeals to children or is geared and aimed at children too much, I guess, um, then you can be fined almost $43,000 per offense per video, which is completely fucking stupid, obviously. Um, but like the kind of ways to get around that are basically just to flag your channel and all videos as being not made for kids. Um, and for those with like all age content on their channels generally, this is pretty outright terrible. Um, now, here's what this means for this channel. My content is not all age appropriate. My content is not meant for kids, which is being defined as like under 13, basically. My content is not meant for kids. Yes, I react to a lot of cartoons that kids watch, but my content is not for kids. Um, I swear. I talk about some, on occasion, some adult related stuff, I guess you could say. And in general, I never like intended, and honestly, with my kind of content and the way I do things, I would never intend to put this stuff out for kids. I mean, again, yes, I'm reacting to stuff that kids watch, stuff like My Little Pony, well, not anymore, but Steven Universe, whatever else. But again, just because my content involves stuff that is generally like kid friendly, my content is not. So what I've done is I've gone to the settings and everything, and just set it to where it says, I don't have my mouse at the moment, so excuse me for leaning in. I went to my dashboard and I set the settings that says, do you want to set your channel as made for kids? It says, regardless of your location, you're legally required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA, and or other laws. You're required to tell us whether your videos are made for kids. Um, and so it has three options on here on the settings. You can set it to yes, that this channel is made for kids. I always upload content that's made for kids. No, set this channel as not made for kids. I never upload content that's made for kids. And the third option is I want to review this setting for every video, which is the default. Um, so I just set it to no. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that content I produce is always adult only content. Content I produce is sometimes, I guess, more kid friendly. Sometimes I don't swear in my videos. Sometimes I don't have, I guess, more adult discussions and language and all. But the thing is, I don't know ahead of time what those videos are going to be that are going to be more, I guess, all ages friendly. Um, because when I'm watching something, I might end up discussing something very heavy, such as depression or suicide. I might discuss a lot of adult topics, and I don't know ahead of time if that's going to be the case or not. So I'm just automatically setting all my videos to be generally not safe for kids. And when I upload it, if it like, I'll check the upload status because I'm the new uploader and all. Like has the option. Oh, do you want to set this safe for kids or not? I'll check that when I upload the next video. If that's is like just default set now to no, then everything will be good, and we shouldn't have an issue. Again, really the issue would only come into play if we do set our content as safe for or as safe for kids, and if we're just too, I don't know, overzealous about it or some shit. The thing is, it's not entirely clear. Like, because the issue is like if you set your content as safe for kids and I guess it's not or something, or it's not up to their standards, then you can get the fine and everything. It's like I would hope they at least give you a warning before you get any kind of fine. Like if they just try to fine you, like again, almost $43,000 without any kind of warning at all, then that's fucking stupid. And there's no way that this is going to last. Let's be honest. People have already been speaking out about it in droves. People are petitioning this. Honestly, I don't see this lasting as it is, but especially if this ends up being like to the point where, oh, we don't actually warn you or anything. We just do it. And you're just fined $43,000 with no real way to fight that or appeal that. Then it's like, that's horrible. It's basically censorship. You're basically censoring people's content. And here's another thing. Like, I don't know for sure. I haven't heard one way or the other. Does this only affect people who monetize their content? Because the info I've been seeing on it, it's just kind of speaking in a general sense, so I don't know. I don't monetize my content. Um, I don't believe it's right for me to do so. So I'm not like making any money off of this. I'm not like getting anything from this really, except your guys' support and comments and stuff. Um, but it's like, would this only affect people who are getting monetized? Like, oh, they're making money off of this kind of content and it's not right or something? I don't know. Like, because that would also make a difference. Because if this is affecting everyone, including people who aren't monetized, including people who are just doing this for the hell of it, for the fun of it, and not making money off of it, that makes it even worse. And like I said, people are speaking out against this like crazy. Like, YouTube's made a lot of questionable decisions and a lot of horrible things they've done lately, and people have spoken out against it. But this is the big one. Like, seriously, I can't go on social media without seeing something about this. And not just seeing like one thing or two things here and there. I'm talking about like seeing it constantly, everywhere. And again, seeing petitions and people like fighting back against this. It's like this is not helping. It's like their main idea is like, oh, we're trying to protect kids from what they see on YouTube and everything. And it's like, okay, that's all well and good, but this is not how you do it. You don't protect kids by punishing content creators. Kids, one, should be raised by the parents to be able to, well, see what they see. A kid, especially under 10, should not be on YouTube alone, honestly. In these days and times, there's a lot of content on YouTube kids shouldn't see. And they should not be just on YouTube unsupervised. If they're going to be on YouTube, at least just have a parent in the room. They don't have to be like watching them like a hawk every second. but have them in the room. Because there's been nudity on YouTube, and it's perfectly fine because it's in a medical sense, like breast exams and stuff. I've come across that stuff on YouTube. Kids could very easily find that because that stuff could be seen as all ages appropriate because it's a medical thing. And kids could just easily stumble upon that. It's kind of ridiculous. It honestly is. And it's like, and I bet you anything, they won't flag those kinds of videos for not being all age appropriate. Even though, like, a lot of people out there believe that the human body is not child appropriate. I personally don't, but it's basically common societal belief that the human body, especially women's bodies, are for some reason inappropriate. Um, but yeah, that stuff's not going to be shut. That stuff's not going to be flagged. No, it's going to be like individual content creator stuff, fan animations that have a little bit of swearing in them or a little bit of questionable content, but are mostly like all ages friendly. I guess less swearing and just more content that can be seen as questionable. I don't know. You get the point. It's going to be that kind of stuff. Everyone's going to now have to flag their videos, and there are certain content creators that make content both for adults and then for all ages. And they're going to have to. It's just like, who knows what's going to happen with this? I don't see it lasting. I don't, because again, it's gotten too much bad press. It's everyone's speaking out against it. Honestly, I just don't see it lasting because it'll hurt the platform overall. And YouTube won't want that. So it's like, and I don't even know what YouTube can do in this matter either, by the way, because like they were like, it's a thing with the FTC and all. So it's like they're probably going to have to appeal to the FTC, and it's going to have to start all this legal shit. Because it's like, it's not fully YouTube. That's the problem. But yeah. So, all content on this channel is not child friendly. The videos on this channel are not made for kids. They are not meant to be for kids, and kids are not meant to watch them. Let's put it that way. I'm making this content for teenagers and adults. People over the age of 13, for sure. I use language. I talk about questionable stuff. And I would never advertise this stuff as being for children. Yes, again, I react to stuff that would be considered child-friendly content. But that does not mean my reactions themselves are child-friendly. I just feel like this entire mess is completely stupid. And again, I just don't see this lasting. It'll hurt the platform too much. Their numbers will go down and everything, and they don't want that. They're going to do something to fight this as well. I don't know how long it'll take for that to happen, but I guarantee it will. Because again, they don't want that kind of trouble either. They don't want their platform, they don't want YouTube to go downhill. No. Why would they? But that's what will happen if this keeps up. So yeah, it's just, and again, especially if there's no warning before any fees or anything. So yeah, yeah. Just wanted to make this video quickly, talk about that, um, and just remind you guys that this channel is not all ages appropriate. I mean, I'm not going to be posting like constant porn or anything like that. The only kind of content even somewhat similar to that would be my amorous Let's Play for streams, which has nudity in it. But yeah, even that, like I flag those streams as 18 plus, so and I would definitely make sure that's set for not for kids. That's something I gotta figure out as well, how to set a stream for not for kids. Um, so that's gonna be interesting. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes and where it goes. I'll be keeping up with this. If anything big happens, I'll let you know, I guess. Um, and yeah, yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But hopefully, this entire thing blows over and everything ends up just kind of being fixed in that regard. Like, if nothing else with all of that YouTube has been doing in the past couple of years, if nothing else, this is the one thing that I don't believe will stay. This is the one thing that I believe will get fixed. Because again, it will hurt, possibly even kill the platform if they don't. I'm on the level that YouTube won't be surpassed by the likes of BitChute or uh, Vimeo or anything like that. I don't think any of those will ever have the same level of viewership or just popularity as YouTube. But that doesn't mean that YouTube can't die still. If this keeps going on, YouTube can get really badly fucked up through this. And it will if they don't change this. And if this does prove to be a legitimate big problem for content creators all across the board. And the worst part about it is it's so vague as well on what is child appropriate too. Because a lot of, for example, LGBTQ plus YouTubers who post content about the LGBTQ plus community, they've gotten flagged as being not child friendly without even having to swear or say anything sexual or anything like that, just for being LGBTQ plus content. So do they have to set their channels now to uh, basically be adults only content, or at least say they are? Because that's stupid. Because LGBTQ plus content is not inherently child unfriendly. But you know, under this, it probably will be seen as such because random bullshit. So yeah, this is it's just a lot of bullshit. But again, I don't see it lasting because of just how much hate it's getting. It'll ruin YouTube if it continues on. So, that being said, we'll just move on. All content on this channel not child appropriate. Um, my current channel icon has censored, honestly, but still it has the word fucking in it. The current channel icon says fan fucking tastic. um, I'm wondering if I should put like a disclaimer on the banner, on the channel banner that says like not a child friendly channel or something. I don't know. Um, I'll figure something out. I gotta check if the uploads, if that will be affected by this, or by changing the setting. Because if it's just automatically now set to like, oh, this is not for kids, then okay, cool. But it's like, if I have to keep doing that, keep changing everything for every single video, that's like, I mean, all in all, it's not that big a deal. Ooh, I change a setting for every video. I do one extra step when uploading something. It's just, it's more the principle of the thing, and again, of the possibility of people getting fined exorbitant amounts of money. Just honestly unreasonable amounts of money, considering what it's for. Like, seriously, there is no reason for the fine to be that high. Not for something like this. It's fucking stupid. Hopefully this channel will be fine because it has a low subscriber count and low viewer count compared to other channels, and because again I'm setting it to be explicitly not for kids. Like, none of my videos are gonna be set for being kid friendly. Again, even if they technically are, none of the videos will be kid friendly and none of them will be set for kid friendly. It's the only thing I can really do. So yeah, fun. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.